Hey, yo, welcome back to It's Up There podcast. I go by Big Loon. You know the vibes. Hit like, subscribe, and share. Let somebody know I was there. If you really want to support me, come to patreon.com. It's Up There podcast, or come to itsuptherepod.com, and you can support me, get merch, and other things of that nature. Also, make sure that you listen to the audio, which comes out every Monday. And I think we're going to do Wednesdays, Wednesdays, or either we're going to do Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So we're looking forward to turning it up a little bit. So for all of y'all out there, make sure you're listening to the pod as well. There's several ways to support the business. Again, thank everybody that clicks on these videos, that watches, my commentary on the culture. Sometimes it's critical. All the time it's going to be comprehensive. Hopefully you get something from it. Hopefully I give you something. Hopefully we just have fun and kick some shit. I appreciate everybody that's always locked in with me. I know I say that every episode, and it's just something that I really, really, really mean from the center of my soul, right? People that actually vibe with me, my community, people that understand my point of view, like-minded individuals. I like to call them high level. And we just build, man. So for me, man, it's just a very unique scenario I find myself in. And I thank God that I've been able to position myself with help from a lot of people. And salute to them. And salute to God for moving on my behalf, and the universe for opening up. And for me for putting the work in, and for y'all for supporting, right? I want to talk about Offset. Offset, Cardi B, Selena Powell. There's a lot going on. We're going to speak about relationships. We're going to speak about lust and love. We're going to speak about divorce. We're going to speak about pregnancy. I just want to have that kind of conversation on this particular episode of It's Up There podcast. And also, let me say this. A lot of people think we just drop videos. This is an actual show. It's Up There podcast is a show. I want to be clear about that. Although we do operate on YouTube and kind of take some of the algorithm of some of these guys that do these daily videos, I want the main thing to remain the main thing. Wallow told me that back in the day, and so that is always important to me, right? Cardi B and Offset, Stefon Diggs, Selena Powell, all of these people have been in the news lately. We're going to react to a few clips and have some commentary surrounding it. I want to start this off with Cardi B. Cardi B is someone that I've watched create her lane, be honest to who she is, true to herself, create music, deal with criticism, but she's still a young girl. She's still a young woman. I think it'll be irresponsible for us to ignore that your experience affect your evolution. The way you view things and react to things are part of how things have unfolded in the past for you, and your understanding of how things could go. When I see Cardi B come out and speak about certain things and go off certain ways, I understand she in a tornado. But I was concerned with what I seen over the last couple of days. And I want to speak to something that I think I have some kind of understanding about, right? Cardi B went on Spaces for over an hour and she spoke to her audience. There's several points and parts that I want us to speak about. But before this Spaces took place, Cardi B over the holidays was in a scenario where blog sites and media and news reported that Stefon Diggs was just confirmed another child. And there's been conversations surrounding the fans and online critics and in the industry that Stefon Diggs is doing some of the same behavior that Offset May was doing. And so the conversation then becomes like, how much value was the trade? Was the trade detrimental? Was it a bad hire? And so Cardi B was under criticism because online they're saying there's another baby. There's this thing with the chef. We didn't even report on that. But for people who don't know, Stefon Diggs is facing some kind of allegations from a live-in chef he had. There's been some communication between the two where she says he owes him money. There was some sort of violence that took place. There was a court hearing. Media just happened to be in the court for different reasons. Ended up getting that information that they said was being held and hidden by quote unquote the league. And now it's out there. And so Cardi B is under criticism. And those questions are coming at her fast and hard after she just had a baby, right? And it's like, yo, what are you doing? You with this dude and this dude is doing you like that. Listen, I don't, when a woman choose, a woman choose. We don't do no conversation about the choosing. Ain't no, see, this what I'm telling y'all. They be on these microphones just talking. It ain't one man in the world can tell you I ever called this phone about a woman. How many niggas can say that? Y'all gone pop that one. Yeah, this shit really going on. Y'all gone and pop that one. It ain't one man that can come out and tell the truth and say, Loon called me about his old lady. Man, if she go to choosing, you let the woman choose. So we ain't denouncing Cardi for choosing. Whatever you choose to do, that's your vibration. That's your, yeah. We just examining what's going on and what the internet is speaking to. Now, when we talk about all of this news coming down on Cardi B, what does she do? She goes online and she says this. Pay attention.
I've been a little bit too mean. Like I've been a little bit too mean. I can't change shit. I can't go back in time. You know what I'm saying? I already had a baby. Y'all want me to put my baby back in my pussy? Huh? I don't know. What y'all want me to do? Y'all want me to leave my man and fuck yours? You want me to leave my man and just go and fuck yours? I don't know. What y'all want me to do? What y'all want me to do? We can only go forward now. So, I don't know. 2026 is in a couple of days. I have so much work to do once January starts that is stressing me out. I'm going to be away from my babies, away from my personal life, away from my home. I have to rehearse for 10 to 12 hours a day for tour. There is so many elements of production that I'm missing for tour. I'm already super stressed out. You know what I'm saying? I'm already super stressed out. I need my support system, my fans to love me. I want y'all to come to my tour and enjoy yourself with me. Don't be dragging me. It's enough. All right? It's enough. I love y'all. I want good for y'all. I want good for y'all. I want health, money, prosperity, happiness for this new year for y'all. Wish me the same thing, all right? Leave me alone, though. Shit. Damn. Y'all scare me sometimes. Y'all a little bit.
So again, she's responding to her fans and how they're locating baby mamas and locating pictures and scenarios. Say, Cardi, look what's going on. See, man, Cardi, right? See, when you allow these fans and the internet in your relationship, whether it turns out good or bad for you, they now know that they can affect their relationship or your relationship, no matter who you with. So now they feel like a third party. They're now involved. And they're going to continue to be involved because you acknowledge them at some point. And so she's being overwhelmed with comments and people on YouTube making videos and tweets and Instagram shit, and people just constantly saying, here's another baby, here's somebody else, you left your family for this dude. Academics is reporting on it. XXL is Shade Room. Everybody is kind of reporting on the Cardi universe. And Stefon Diggs' behavior is now weighing on her, similar to how Offset's behavior was wearing on her. Now, this is where it get interesting for me. I believe that even though she's going to wear a smile through it, because never let them see you sweat, I think she's affected by it. And some of the following spaces kind of showed me, all right, this is starting to affect her and may start to affect the way she views her relationship with this dude. Now, what happens is we have a child together, so you got to consider that. And we don't know how dude really feeling. Dude may not be tripping, because again, the rules is the rules. If you got to choose it, Susie, and she go to choosing, you let her choose. Yeah, you don't stop choosing Susie. You understand me? You let her do what she want to do, but at the end of the day, I think this may start to affect the way that she views her relationship with him, because I didn't leave Offset because he was cheating. I left Offset because it was embarrassing. If I'm looking at what Cardi B done in her relationship with her ex-husband, which is rapper Offset, I feel as though, yo, she seen like, yo, this just done got too embarrassing. You just doing too much. People catching you. They know what's going on. Man, this shit here, man. Fuck this. I'm out. Every woman has a deal breaker. Sometimes it ain't even cheating, it's embarrassment. They can deal with the cheating, not the embarrassment. And so I think that Stefon Diggs' relationship with Cardi B is now creeping into that same area that broke down her family with Offset. That embarrassment element is starting to be added to it. Now, he don't say much, so he don't add fire to the flames. He don't say much, ain't really too much going on his end. But I'm saying the trauma she's dealt with. And why I call it trauma is because, again, how she responds the following days. So her next appearance on Twitter was a Spaces. In this Spaces, she started to say a lot of different things. Let's pay attention to some of it.
I was gonna post tour content from yesterday, but I ain't had a wig. Tweets, y'all fucking weirdos. Find me a mugshot. That's your fucking problem. A whole grown-ass man with fucking lip gloss on his motherfucking mouth talking about how feelings is hurt because people trying to accuse my dad of raping a child? What the fuck is wrong with y'all? Y'all niggas need fucking help. Y'all play too much with fucking kids. Y'all play too fucking much. Y'all play too much with fucking violation on people's body. Y'all play too fucking much. And I don't take that shit lightly. The fuck? Love D. Maurice. I really am tired of people using card name for clout, likes, and views. For real. Every other day is something. Every other day is a mad bitch. Every other day it's a mad bitch on fucking TikTok. Every other day is people talking about, oh, y'all don't drag Cardi enough. Y'all don't drag Cardi enough about what? I'm one of the most dragged fucking celebrities, and all I do is fucking live my fucking life. The fuck? Motherfuckers need fucking help. Y'all hate the fact that I'm so motherfucking loved. Y'all hate it. This dumbass page gonna talk about she back on Spaces crashing out on a huge rant right now. I thought it was gonna be a new year, new Cardi. Bitch, who the fuck said that? Who the fuck said that? Who the fuck said that? New year, new Cardi, bitch. No. New goals to reach. Same Cardi. The fuck? Oh, these are cute. I hate men. I don't give a fuck. I hate men and I don't give a fuck. I'll rob them motherfuckers. Dirty ass motherfuckers. I hate men. I don't give a fuck.
So when she started to get into like I hate men shit, I was like, all right, this is now you're in the territory where it could be classified crashing out, because now you could be affecting your upcoming tour. You could be affecting business. You can have your haters. You just gave them ammo to frame this in a totally irresponsible way. They can now frame this and affect all kind of shit if the right people really want to grab it and put some money behind it and seed it to the media and get it rolling and actually put it in front of brands and boycott. It's just irresponsible to say it, but I know most women are loyal to their emotions, so what they feel in the moment. And so when you see somebody say, I hate men, of course she doesn't hate men. She hates the reflection men are putting on her. Cause she said like whatever she might be doing, we don't hear about it. If she do got 3-4 dudes, we don't never hear nothing about it. Even when she was married, whatever, we don't hear nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? Every time she get with a dude, she probably saying, man, them folk making me, man, they putting 10 on this shit, man. Man, they putting paint where it ain't on this shit, man. They putting, yeah, man, come on, man, you putting smut on my jacket, man. You understand me? I get with you. You supposed to be complimentary. You ain't supposed to be contradictory. I'm fucking with you, and now everywhere I go, they ask me about all these other bitches. And you know he doing this, Cardi, and you better than that and that. You just got out there marriage and you didn't, right? It takes her through extreme mental gymnastics on a daily basis just off of who she choose to lay down with. You understand? Part of that protection that men provide, if you asking me, is mental protection. It ain't just, yo, I put up in a house, I got security with her, she straight, she get to do whatever she want to do. It's like how she feel. What is her mindset? Is she comfortable and safe? Right? Is she confident in the situation and scenario? That's why you can have a side piece that if you can make a woman feel confident, it really don't matter where she fall on the roster. Because a lot of these niggas can't cater to a woman mindset. They can buy her purses, bags, take her on shopping sprees, and give her sexual encounters, but they don't know how to make her feel safe and really protected. They think that's just financial. You got to have flexibility with your protection. You got to be able to cast a wide net when you a protector, not just make some money. See, these are incomplete men that's speaking to you. And guess what? I ain't 100% complete either, but I understand that there's more tools that I need in the tool bag. Yeah, nah, you got to really understand that I'm close as a nigga gonna get. And so when you look at Cardi B, you dealing with someone that's going in and out of these modes where at points I'm overwhelmed and embarrassed. Again, by a man, it feel like you put, and I'ma act like I ain't, man, shit y'all talking about ain't nothing. I'm Cardi B, I'm me, right? But at the end of the day, don't know, man, stop asking me about these people, man. Stop talking to me about whatever that is. You understand? Because I'm understanding that there's a lot of conversation that's coming at her about that, because she still tapped in with people that's gonna really ask her certain shit. She ain't gone on where you just around all them label people and they gonna cater and ignore the rumors that's going on. She also addressed the fact that she quote unquote had a revenge baby. And this is where we're going to spin off and get into Offset and the Selena Powell thing. Let's listen to Cardi B address whether or not she had a quote unquote revenge baby.
People said that Cardi B had a revenge baby. A revenge on what? Revenge on what? On who? You these bitches just be saying shit because why would what is their revenge baby? Do you think that I'd be like, hey, I'm gonna have a baby because I'm gonna have revenge on what, bitch? On my ex-husband, bitch? I don't need to have a baby for revenge, baby. My whole life is revenge. My money is revenge. My career is revenge. My album is revenge. Me not dying over a nigga is revenge. Me having freedom is revenge. You know why? You know why I kept my baby, because I love my baby, and me and my man made that baby with fucking love, bitch. We was fucking down till it stank, fucking everywhere, bitch. And I'm a grown woman, bitch. I make my fucking own decisions. If I wanted to keep my baby, I kept my baby, and me and my man love our baby. Ain't no fucking revenge, bitch. Shut the fuck up. Jessie Wu is another hating ass bitch. The fucking you know this dumb bitch said. Remember when I told you what's that nigga that me and Chef used to work with? The long nigga, he was African. Jay. This bitch gonna fucking say no. It was B-Hop. This bitch gonna fucking say that it's like B-Hop said that in order. Bitch, shut the fuck up. You always fucking lying about some shit. Dumbass bitch. Sick of you too, bitch. The fuck is you?
So I want to have a couple different conversations, coming off of that for people who do not know Cardi B. Matter of fact, congratulations to Cardi B and Stefon Diggs. They just had a baby, a healthy baby, with no complications, and you heard her express that she, it was out of love, and so black love is black power, and congratulations to them. Now we're gonna set that to the side. We're gonna deal with Offset after this, but let's talk about the revenge baby thing. If I zoom out and I take Cardi out of this, and this was my old lady or my baby mama or my wife, and we broke up and we separated going through a divorce, and the divorce isn't finalized and she went and had another child with this gentleman, I think it's just another case of you seeing that women are loyal to their emotions. That dude making her feel good in the motherfucker, and she just loyal to that feeling. Whatever this dude doing to her, it feel like this what I'm on. Now, the interesting thing about if this was your wife, you thought that whatever hold you had on a nigga couldn't break that code. Man, I don't give a fuck what you give her. You can't break that code. She famous. Niggas come at her all day. She still ain't broke wide. Ain't no nigga gonna break that code. I remember Offset used to run around. I won. That's my baby mama. He, in his mind, a nigga ain't breaking that code to put another baby in her. He used to tell niggas that was shooting at her, or she might be caught in the car. Man, I won. Man, that's my baby mama. I won. because he thought that our history, our chemistry, everything that we had, a nigga won't be able to break that code. Stefon Diggs come in and break the code. And because she's so loyal to her emotions, she may have made a bad business decision as it pertains to having a child before the divorce was finalized. Now, I'm not sure what information she may have, because infidelity has to be proven. And speculation is one thing, but when you conceive a child, it damn near makes you lose in court. And so the new question then becomes, hey, does Offset deserve something? And for me, I've been having that conversation with men, and men is really standing on, now he deserves something, because if it was a woman, they gonna take something from the man. So he deserved half of whatever's going on. I'm saying he deserved half of her money. They saying, Loon, he deserved half. I'm saying, my nigga. And so I tried to unpack it, and I said to myself, I guarantee, if nothing else, there's some people that's on his team, business managers, corporate people, that's saying, you not going to just walk away from 10, 15, 20 million, whatever it might be, just because you want to be a quote unquote real man. Especially if you in IRS trouble, you gambling, you quote unquote robbing the little broad, whatever she's saying. Not robbing her, but you putting the code on these broads. You put the code on them, it unlock everything going on. I don't see how he double back with Selena, but we'll get to that in a minute. But I believe her having that child is going to be a problem in court. But because women are so in tune with their emotions, if you can tap into their emotions, it now becomes, man, fuck getting a divorce finalized. I don't care how much money at stake. Because she might have had a clean sweep. It would have been easier had she not had a child before it was finalized, because I'm sure his lawyer's going to try to say something about that, right? Because now, here's the trick. Maybe she got some evidence that he was cheating. Maybe she got some security footage from one of the houses that he been in with him bringing a woman in. You know what I'm saying? If she got stuff like that, maybe she can prove infidelity prior to the separation. And also in the separation, I'm not sure how that works, but I just don't think that it favors the process. You know what I'm saying? I just don't think it favors the process. And so the conversation evolves to where we go to speaking about women and men cheating. And sometimes I think people overvalue their sex. And I say that respectfully, like a lot of people overvalue their sex, and that don't have a gender attached to it. That's men and women. What tends to happen is that women are able to satisfy themselves, and it's socially acceptable in a way that men are not. Right? So for instance, if I'm a man and I'm in a scenario with a woman where we are really in love, but the sex is falling off, she can still get off with her rose, and I can come home, the rose be on the dresser. I ain't doing no tripping. Matter of fact, me and the Rose, the tag team champions of the world. Yeah, I put the rose on, and then I go to, you understand me? I ain't having no ego and pride about that. Like, we really, So what I'm saying is women are able to do things where they can satisfy themselves in a way that men can't. So sometimes when men can't get what they consider is a high level of sex from the woman they love, it now puts them in a hell of a situation. Now, this is just me trying to comb through why a man are going cheat if he has a faithful woman that he loves at the house, right? We all feel as though, like, bro, there's so many pretty women nowadays, it done got out of hand. Like, this shit done got ridiculous now, homie. Like, you can get you a 10, you gonna see another 10 times. You understand? And again, I'm not talking about Cardi B and Offset. I'm just talking about relationships, period. If you're in a situation where we're having sex, I'm a dude, how I'm gonna tell you the sex ain't hitting like it used to? Do you know what kind of conversation that is? Do you know how I'm talking about? Because I don't never all my women love me like love me. I'm talking about love me like down. I'm talking about to the flow and some more. You hear me? So Do you know what kind of conversation it is for this woman to really, we ain't just fucking, I'm talking about the woman that really love me. We really put up in the big spot. Everything is like we intimate on levels outside of sex. But then I try to tell her the sex isn't hitting the way it used to, or it's not reaching the climax that I would like it to reach. It now becomes an uncomfortable scenario. Now, as a man, I'm willing to have that, but I'm not willing to crush her soul, because here's what'll take place most times. Because I've done it. Because I'm big boss hog. So I'm going to really come and have a conversation. Now, you had a conversation. What tends to happen is the woman then goes into what she thinks is high gear. But for whatever reason, there's some disconnect that is taking place. And although she puts her best work on the table, it still ain't nothing like new poo nanny. Ain't nothing like new poo nanny. So I don't think you crush her feelings by having a conversation with her that the sex isn't hitting like it used to. I think what crushes her feelings, and I'm talking about a woman that's fucking you with love on it. Yeah, nah, I ain't talking about with lust on it, because I like the lust on it, but I like the love on it too. But I'm talking about a woman that's really fucking you with love on it. It's a difference, man. She got some ties to that experience. She got ties to that, right? She wants you to feel that and feel where she coming from, right? So what happens is you crush her feelings if you have to have a conversation with her that you prepare for this fight, man, and you still didn't knock me down. That's when it hurt. That's when it creeps in. It's not good enough. And now you've affected things outside of the bedroom. Now her confidence has been compromised. And it's just not worth having all of that affected. The way the children, right? It's just too much going on. So you know what? I'm going to go over here and get with Tamika and Rashida and Nisha. And we going to do what we do when we doing it. You understand me? And it ain't no intimacy about it. But what it is high level, high intense. You understand me? And so most times men want to just avoid that confrontation and conversation with the woman because it can compromise so many other things if we travel down this road. I love her enough to be able to deal with whatever it is she got going on. Like we too deep in. We in the third, fourth quarter. We ain't trading her now. Yeah, her jersey go up in the rafters over here. 2-3 kids involved. This shit is deep. Well, yeah, this bait, man. You understand? But sometimes they avoid having that conversation, creep out and go take care of that with someone else that's fulfilling that. Women on the other side, again, too many different choices to satisfy themselves, as well as I think the motivation is different. I think the motivation is different for women when they go and step outside of their relationship. And so now that we get back to Offset, we ask, does he deserve money from Cardi B? Again, there's some business people in his ear guaranteed to saying, we're going to go for the money. We're going to get something out of this. You're not leaving this situation with nothing. They're probably even pleading to him saying you were you before she was her. You know, some of your influence and relationships kind of got her in situations to better her business deals, right? I'm sure they're on his side trying to pump that to him. So they ain't gonna let him walk away with no money. It's just gonna be irresponsible from a business perspective. If it was me, I don't think I can do that. I'm gonna just keep it real with you. But if we take these women for what they're saying they're running in the Offset and he's dealing with some kind of gambling issue. A lot of these niggas who never hustle, they look at gambling like a form of hustling. Ain't like they know where to go get a brick and a half. Ain't like they know what to do if they can get 1,000 pounds, right? So, man, I'm gonna just try to gamble this shit. Like, they look at that as hustling on the block every day. You know what I'm saying? And that may be safer for a rich nigga. Instead of trying to go fuck with the whatever, you understand? I know where to go for show money. You understand me? I know where to go for show money. I don't know what they doing, right? But all that gambling, it gets shaky because you can go on a losing streak, right? But if we gonna take Selena for what she's saying she's dealt with Offset and he asked her for some money. I got a couple of different scenarios I want to talk about with this. Now, Offset has been seen in the bed with Selena Powell. I'm sure that'll be on screen right now. She quote unquote exposed him that she was in the bed with him, and all of us was saying, yo, that's the same woman that caused the brunt of the first public friction with Cardi B that led to Again, that embarrassment that I said that Cardi B is ducking from. Most women are ducking that embarrassment. That shit is rough on them. It make them age faster and everything. You can't do that, man. You can't. Hey, man. Hey, boy, they rough around here. But Offset was seen with Selena Powell. Following that, Selena Powell came out and quote unquote exposed Offset, said that he ran off with $15,000. Let's pay attention to what she said took place.
He told me that he was gonna when he sees Stefon, he's gonna shoot him in his knee and strip him and rob him.
If I catch Buddy and I can catch him, it's gonna be bad.
You
so
won't
I
beat
think
him
she
up?
on some beat, strip, shot in the knee, all type of shit. See, I wasn't on his
Shot
ass.
in the knee.
Crackhead.
Yeah.
We
And
know that though. He
said that Stefon went to the hospital when she gave birth and was only there for a few hours because when they were signing the birth certificate, the nurse told her, like, yeah, because you're legally married, it has to be Offset's name or your name. And so he got mad, like last name. Mm-hmm. And he got mad and abandoned her for like 3 days. That they're not even good, yeah.
What?
Mm-hmm. That's what he told me. That he had only $13 million in his bank account. And
so where the fuck is my 15?
He had, no. It gets worse. He said that he had $13 million in his bank account, but P from whatever label was like
ABCDFG or whatever.
Yeah, with his QP4C. I don't know. Whatever. Who the fuck QP is? He was like keeping him in the deal and like basically like robbing him for like a lot of his money.
Well, you knew that when he signed.
Yeah, so to get out of his deal, he was like, I tried his ego. I was like, if you got all this money and you so rich, why the fuck you want me for? And so he was like, okay, bet. Like, give me $10 million. Give me $10 million and you're out of this deal. So he paid the $10 million. Mm-hmm. Then Cardi hit him with the divorce. And then
that he has to put her on child support for.
And and then he has $2 million owed in taxes and that the IRS has been like trying to get his shit and that he's about to file for bankruptcy.
So you have nothing.
And so that's what that's basically what he's saying. Like, and that he's been trying to gamble to like get all this money back. But Cardi has a restraining order on Offset. So he gets not allowed to talk to the babies at all. He's been FaceTiming Culture through his other daughter this whole time and talking to Culture or whatever. And I guess Culture's been saying like she hasn't even met Stefon. So that's probably why like she thinks like how the fuck is this baby? And I don't talk to my dad. Like, how did you just have a baby, you know?
Yeah.
And she's like knowing that that's not her brother. But that's what he was telling me. And then he was just going on and on about like his whole life story and that he had only $13 million in his bank account. And
so where the fuck is my
like almost an hour later, and I'm so mad. He was like on the phone. Some girls were like trying to take pictures. She's like, hold on, my bitch is mad. And got the car. They're like, just really quick. He was like, do you see her face? She's mad as fuck right now. Hold on. And I was like, yeah, that. But like that look, he made me sound I'm so easy to manipulate. I swear to God. He finally comes to the car, and then he was like, why are you being so mean to me? You want to be mean to daddy? Why are you being mean to me, baby? I said, Kyrie.
Bitch, you should have popped him right there. That was the perfect
I should have. Yeah, you should have. I said, Kyrie, you're really playing with me right now. Like, please stop. Where's the money? He's like, okay, so Saturday we kind of make up. We're fine, whatever. He stops asking me for money, I think right after that. Oh my God, I forgot to tell you the best part. Before he was coming to the hotel, he said, can you call me an Uber?
Oh.
I said, I don't have Uber. I have a car. I'll come pick you up. He said, never mind, I got it. When I tell you this man woke me up at like 4:30, he's like, babe, give me a car. I was like, babe, I still don't have Uber. He's like, you don't know anybody who can give me a car? I said, why he literally gets in the bed, takes his pants off, and just is like, and put his pants down, laid in the bed.
Long story short, he got her for $15,000. You know, he went down there and got some head from her, got her for $15,000. She brought him the money, and I guess he didn't give her the money back, so she came out to expose him. A couple of things she said, you know, now the fans are taking pictures of Offset as he's in the casino and things, so I'm trying to find a couple of the points where she kind of outlined some of the scenario.
Please, if you don't got it, just let me know. And he was like, okay, you want to know the truth? I said, yes. He said, I keep losing. I said, no shit. But what happened to all that money that you just posted?
Yeah.
And like your kids are in the car and they're like, yeah, I said all that.
Put all that in the clips to him.
Yeah. And he was like, bro, you don't understand like how Birkins work. Like I got those shits months ago. Like I've been like get everything like little at a time, blah, blah, blah. Like it's not like that.
First of all, I'm very aware how Birkins go, and you can definitely buy more than one because you can get them resale from
Resold,
other places. You don't have to get it directly from Hermes. And if you are offset and you have some type of holder and you do buy bags, you probably could have left that with at least 2.
But no, he said he got them in increments. So whatever, I'm not gonna keep fighting you because I'm not gonna keep talking about it. Where is the money? Like, what happened? He said that he won a lot of money and then he lost a lot more money. And like to give him time or whatever, but he doesn't want to stop fucking with me. He doesn't want to like lose me. That like he just wants to fuck me right now. He was like, please just come up to the room. I was like, no, bro. And he just has me in the car for like, I want to say like an hour and a half. He's talking to me about like, and then he just goes off topic. He talks to me about how he called Cardi's new baby a bastard. I was like,
Oh.
I was like, why? How is it a bastard though? He was like, because if the babies aren't mine, that's a bastard. I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, so what? You want the baby to be worse? He was like, yeah, because culture don't really fuck with the baby. He was like, yeah, like she just be side-eyeing the baby or whatever, and the nanny be telling me all this. Like, mind you, this is breaking news now. Cardi has a restraining order on Offset. So he doesn't allow to talk to the babies at all. He's been FaceTiming Culture through his other daughter this whole time and talking to Culture or whatever. And I guess Culture's been saying like she hasn't even met Stefon. So that's probably why like she thinks like how the fuck is this baby? And I don't talk to my dad. Like, how did you just have a baby? You know?
Yeah.
And she's like knowing that that's not her brother. And then he told me that he was gonna when he sees Stefon, he's gonna shoot him in his knee and strip him and rob him.
If I catch Buddy and I can catch him, it's gonna be bad.
You
So I
gonna beat
think
him
she
up?
on some beat, strip, shot in the knee, all type of shit. See, I wasn't on his
Shot
ass
in the knee?
at first.
Crackhead.
Yeah, and
Though he gave.
See, this why I say dudes be slipping at, right? Why are you talking to this girl that done crossed you like that before on that type level? You know what I'm saying? This is expensive. Y'all niggas is doing shit that costs way too much to be doing. This a girl you know float around the industry. You know she be around a bunch of dudes fucking niggas and whatever it is she doing, how she get down. Not saying she a bad person. I don't know, beloved, and I don't do no judging. But at the same time, she done already crossed you. She done put you in the crossfire. Why are you on the phone with her telling her what you gonna do to a nigga that is messing with your ex-wife? This is why I understand you can't be chicken tender, man. If you chicken tender, you gonna get exposed every time. I expect that to be the energy from somebody like Offset to Stefon Diggs. He feel like, man, nah, man, me and this nigga finna get him up. Cause he really think that, you know, you trying to slight me, and I'm sure things happen behind the scenes, right? And there's certain things that I know I ain't gonna speak about, but at the end of the day, you know, the energy is the energy. I don't know why you'll be telling it to a girl that be like going to Tulum and shit with all the people and all these different rap niggas' beds and shit. They must ain't never heard about loose lips sank ships. But hey, man, all I know is Offset trying to get a bag off the divorce. Cardi B is saying, no, we ain't going for that. Cardi B is now championing the fact that Selena is now helping her case, I believe. This is breaking news. I'm just now getting sent this from the production team. I guess Cardi B is happy and thankful for what's been put out there. Let's pay attention.
Actually, no. It's the total opposite. I'm actually thankful for certain information. I've been expressing to people behind the scenes that somebody is using different people as a mouthpiece to spread misinformation about me, about my relationship in various different platforms. I've been getting harassed for a very long time. And when I express concerns, it's like, here you go, here you go. A lot of crazy, weird things that has been happening behind the scenes. Just like sometimes like I even have like nightmares because when somebody is this obsessed with you and want to ruin you, you don't know what they want from you, not caring about them, not bothering them, and they still bothering you, it freaks you out. Like it's like, oh my God, this is kind of weird. Let's talk about my tour. Things are turning out beautifully. And I know what certain motherfuckers, and I want my fans to not ever get discouraged because this is what motherfuckers do. They try to plant a seed hoping that it grow to discourage people to not like my music, not want to buy things for my tour. But everything is coming out great. And I don't know how many times y'all gonna be tired of having egg in y'all fucking face.
Again, whatever I spoke about today is alleged. I don't want to be in any kind of lawsuits. You know, I'm just doing commentary on the culture. But I will say this. I could imagine that some of that is hurtful shit to come out into the public. Like saying that one of my children hasn't met the other children's father and he's wondering, like, that's a lot. I don't understand those conversations with the freak hoes. And I say that respectfully to beloved. I don't mean no disrespect. And you know, if you're a stomp down hoe, you don't take that disrespectful. I respect the game. I support the naked hustle and otherwise. But at the end of the day, as a nigga, as a man, I'm not sure how this conversation is being had with someone with this type of track record. Ain't no telling who y'all boys be out here talking to, man. Y'all got to button this shit up. Keep some of this shit under your hat, man. Before we get out of here, let's talk about Jim Jones and Dame Dash. Cameron's involvement in it. I really don't want to go all the way down all of these lanes, but I do want to explain. Jim Jones has been into it with 50 Cent. 50 Cent has let it be known that the building that Jim Jones was shooting his podcast in, he got a great building over there, a great space. 50 Cent had some information that they were behind on their bills in that building and let the public know that. And then he let the public know that there's no heat in the building. With that being said, Jim Jones and Cameron had a back and forth because Cameron posted something on Instagram concerning your heat is off. Jim Jones then goes into his comment section and say, you soft. Everybody know you soft. So he's questioning his manhood. Cameron and Jim Jones has a checkered past. They kind of go at it all the time. Feels like that relationship can never be mended. Feels like it lacks respect. There's love there, but it seems like the respect for one another has gone out of the window, maybe because the distance between one another. I tend to think love can overpower respect, but you need respect when you're dealing with men, so you got to have that at the highest level. But after Cameron said what he said back to Jim Jones, which was, you 50 years old talking about who's tough and all of that, Jim Jones said all of your homeboys is soft, like everybody in your crew is soft. And I always trip off dudes that think that, right? And I get it, right? They popping shit at each other, but it's always interesting to think that my money don't come with no power. I don't know why people think somebody can have money and come from the ghetto and don't have no power. To me, that's irresponsible behavior, right? You got to know that a nigga can pay somebody to do something if they want to. And this a nigga that don't come from nothing. Real niggas like us, we got people that love us. Real niggas like missiles, like bombers. We got people that really care for us that's gonna do it. Right? And they gonna do it on the strength. But some people, even if they come from the ghetto and they got money, they got connections, bro, shit can happen to anybody. Jim Jones is saying all of them niggas around you is soft. I believe all them niggas soft. I've been around them. I know them boys, they soft. So Freaky Zeke, which is one of the guys that was in Dipset, but he's on Cameron's side, he then comes out to the internet and dropped this video with Jim Jones and Dame Dash. Pay attention.
You know what I mean? Niggas talking all that soft shit. Niggas ain't soft over here, nigga. Remember that time when Dame asked you for the fair one? You brought the homies out there, and they told you, nah, you hit them up. Matter of fact, I don't even gotta say nothing else. I got the clip right here.
Fight for you. Yeah, they do. You know, for you never did nothing, nigga. You ain't no gang.
They do. That's right.
You're an entertainer.
They the gang bangers,
You're a tough rapper.
You soft, gang. You soft, nigga. You soft, nigga.
Can you get the
You
film?
soft, nigga.
You get the
This
film.
ain't 1989.
You get the film. You ain't never like fuck me up. I ain't never
Don't fuck him up,
nobody.
No.
Cigarette. Go ahead. Fuck me up.
Give me the glass.
Fuck me up.
Move, Chrissy. Chrissy, move, Chrissy.
Hell no. Come on, y'all. Baby, please, you can't let this happen. You can't let this happen. You can't let this happen. You can't. No.
Go inside and do something.
You never sit me down enough.
Come on, guys, please. Let's just chalk this up as a fucked up day.
Ain't no fucked up down. He came down his house to try to disrespect me. And now he gotta eat that when he's not mad. You gonna remember this shit when he's not mad? I bet you do.
Fuck about it.
Your friends are ashamed of you right now. Your friends are ashamed of you right now.
No, they're not.
They telling you to go swing on your old
These
shit.
niggas don't care about you at all,
They should care about the way you act. They're ashamed of
Trust me, they don't care about you, nigga.
see that now.
They care about what I do, nigga. Remember that, nigga.
If we ain't doing that, let's not do it. If we doing it, let's get it over. I ain't got all day.
Exactly. We're not.
Let me do what I need to do.
We're not doing it.
I ain't got all day for this. If I'm gonna take a beat dinner, let me take it. But I'm gonna look good while I can. Let's go. Let's go.
Please.
I'm ready. I'm right here. I ain't going nowhere till y'all know. Get off my block then.
You can't do nothing.
Get off my block then. I can do for you.
You can't do nothing with these niggas.
For people watching, the police is now on the block.
Oh, really? Oh, really? Now you putting this on the gram? Everybody know.
Toughest nigga in Dipset is Freaky Zeke by far. It's not even close.
You're reaching now. Coming at me. Bitch ass nigga. You need to be reaching for some kerosene. You need to be reaching for some coals. You need to be reaching for 2 rocks to strike them shits together. I ain't even mad at you, brother. I am mad at the choices you make, though. Because those are all choices of what bitch-ass niggas make, nigga. You can't afford to pay your rent and your heat bill. It's warm over here. It's warm over here. You know what, Jomo? Yeah, you're acting like a Jomo-sexual.
So that was Freaky Zeke responding to Jim Jones calling everybody soft, even freaky. So what do I think about that video? You know, I hear a lot of people saying the perception is this and that, and he lost off perception and all of that. You know, I'm not interested in those kind of conversations. You know what I'm saying? The internet is the internet. You let the internet do what it does. Do I think Jim Jones should have moved on that? His girl was out there. His homies was out there. Dame was damn near asking for a foul one. He should have granted him a foul one because he damn near were asking for it. That's his homeboy. They got history. You know, everybody can't get no foul one. I ain't Aaron the plumber. You understand me? Everybody ain't just walking up, man, I need a foul one. Man, you gonna get your ass sent to the foul. Yeah, you want a foul one. You ended up with a foul well. You understand me? I ain't Aaron the plumber. But it felt like Dame Dash was asking for a fair one. Jim Jones didn't give him the fair one. He would tell him, go sit your old ass down. Now, for me, I've been seeing the Cameron, Jim Jones, Dame Dash back and forth with each other. Sometimes they'll get back together because they family. But I was wondering, yo, where did all this come from? What was going on? And then this video popped up in my algorithm of Jim Jones talking about Dame Dash. And this was before all of this had happened as it pertains to this video being leaked. Pay attention.
Jim, what Dame impact was on the Dipset?
Dame's impact on the Dipset was nothing.
What his impact was in Harlem?
Dame impact in Harlem was nothing. Not to say it like that. Dame came up under Hustlers. That impact was it. He was a little dude when it came to hustling in Harlem. He wasn't no Rich Porter, none of that type of. He wanted to hustle. He wanted to hustle for niggas like Rich Porter and shit like that. Dame from the East Side. When the niggas on the East Side is different from the niggas from the West Side. Now for the East Side, Dame was a big deal to us because we were little. He was coming from the West Side, little car, jewelry, and all that. So when you're young, he's looking like Rich Porter, but in reality, you know, he was like this nigga, go to the store, nigga, take a couple grams, get out of here. Not to take nothing away from him. You heard?
But with him bringing Dip in, with him bringing Dip in to the Rockefeller.
You're talking about two different things. You're talking about the streets and you're talking about the music and shit like that.
I was talking about the
I'm not saying he wasn't a hustler in the streets.
Right.
You heard? But he wasn't the big dog, nigga. He wasn't that nigga. He just had a couple packs like everybody else in Harlem. You heard? His name doesn't ring bells for being the hustlers in Harlem. He made a movie called Paid in Full. He wasn't in the movie.
Right.
His character was nowhere in that movie. So I don't want people to get up here and be like, yo, he's trying to do something. No,
tell your man
nigga.
to something.
He was just an actor.
Yeah,
in the
code. Yeah, you know,
the movie's about Rich Porter and all those guys.
Right.
Dame there's not a character in that movie.
Right,
He's not a rich poor.
for
They
sure.
didn't change Dame name to Kane or Kane. They changed rich name to Mitch.
Right.
You heard? Like, he wasn't one of those figures. He was a hustler growing up adoring those type of figures.
Right.
You understand what I'm trying to say?
No, for sure.
You dig? So that's why he grew up putting on for Harlem, because he was outside during the golden era trying to make his way like all the other big dogs in Harlem. He was there firsthand, hustling, putting on. Yeah, he had cars. Yeah, they had girls. Yeah, but
that was no different.
He made his making the music and was able to paint the picture that was going on in Harlem. See, about how niggas was hustling and shit like that. And they made their money. They did their numbers. But in that era,
right.
You heard?
That's
By the time
crazy.
it got to the Jay-Z thing, that didn't even count. They were doing music. You heard?
Right. But okay, so
I can't say that the Jay-Z thing doesn't count. That was too monumental not to count. That he get to put that on his track record. Even to this day, when they sell his company, I seen where they sold some media company that they said he had for $100 in court. They auctioned it off. Now, what was interesting about it, the way they wrote it up, is Jay-Z's former business partner. So that's a part of his story that got to be respected because it's a monumental feat, right? It's something that most men won't be able to do, what them dudes done together. So if nothing else, we can't scratch that off. So, but I do agree with Jim Jones. It's interesting that Dame Dash had creative control over Paid in Full, and there's no character in that movie that represents his position in that movement. So maybe he didn't see himself, and it didn't necessarily have to be a part of their crew. Like he could have inserted himself in a way with whatever he was doing in that movie, but it wasn't there. The absence of that, according to Jim Jones, speak to the real narrative. Like the real story is Dame wasn't in Harlem with those guys doing anything. That's why he didn't think to put it in the movie. That's what Jim is saying, and it's hard to refute that point. Maybe Dame Dash can clarify that, because I would say if I'm writing a movie about my city and I got creative control, you got to know I'm gonna position what I've done in this area. Now, the haters gonna always leave me off a list. And so if Dame Dash didn't have creative control and it wasn't his movie, which it was, then I couldn't say nothing. It's like, man, maybe they were hating on him, because niggas will hate on you. Niggas will bypass you and not look off. Like, man, fuck that, man. We can't get no money with them. We just ain't gonna acknowledge them. Your acknowledgement ain't never got nobody nothing. Yeah, all you niggas with that fake acknowledgement, and man, listen, your acknowledgement ain't never helped nobody. If anything, you niggas acknowledgement is sending niggas to the penitentiary, fucking nigga business deals up, making niggas lose their family, lose their bankroll. Niggas lose it fucking with y'all acknowledgement. Don't never acknowledge me. I just need my people to acknowledge me, my fans, my supporters, my people. All the rest of y'all with that fake kicking it, man, don't never have to acknowledge me. Because Dame Dash had creative control over Paid in Full and did not put his character there, that's a hell of a thing. But this energy from Jim to Dame, you see it. It's clear. It's like, yo, you know what I mean? His movement was nothing. Yeah, that shit was nothing. But I know he looks at Dame like Cam's guy, because Dame damn near rolled with Cam in spite of Jay. That was kind of a real rip in that relationship. That fractured that relationship when he did that shit with Cameron publicly and all of that. It's like, but he's saying this Harlem shit. Jay-Z saying, oh, you think them Harlem boys finna take over some shit I built? I'm out of here. Yeah, y'all finna move a bunch of Harlem niggas into the rocker. Y'all 2-3 seats at the board. Man, I'm out of here, man. I'm from Brooklyn, and I'm the one this shit built on my back. You was there, you helped, but it's on my back. And if it ain't on my back, you'll be all right when I dip, respectfully. That's what I tell women when we in a relationship. They'll come telling you what you ain't done. Oh, for real? I tell you what, when I disappear, let's see how things hold up for you. And if they hold up, you did well. If you don't feel my absence, then that mean I was not relevant. But if you get away from me and you feel my absence, understand my relevance. The fight video that came out was in response to what Cameron done. It was put out by Freaky Zeke. Then Dame Dash spoke about it. Someone stopped Dame Dash and asked him about the recent video that came out. Let's take a look at what he said.
That was old with him and what's his name? There's no beef, right? That's just old, yeah.
I mean, put it like this. When that happened, we all had it on tape a long time ago, but collectively, it just seemed embarrassing for Harlem. And, for me, family, if we truly are family, should be kept, families fight, but the rest of the world don't need to see that. I didn't think, it didn't look like it went in his favor in that moment, you know what I'm saying? But, I just felt real disrespected that he had brought some people down to even think about doing something to me. And my girl was out there, his girl was out there. But it was like some fights you just don't even be proud of. It's like being your child. So you don't be like, yo, I just spanked my kid. And I'm not saying my child, but I know him young, and it's like to see that version of him is a lot different. Like I said, his name was Jomo before Jim Jones. He became Jim Jones, but I know Jomo. So I'm not saying that's soft or whatever, but I know that version could not beat me. You know what I'm saying? And or at least I had to see. But either way, as a man, somebody comes to your establishment, it'd be like someone coming in here. It was the reason why when I had a barbershop, I would feel any kind of violation in the barbershop was a violation to me. Like, this is my spot. You got to take that up. And if you did something like rob somebody in my spot, now I got to come see you. And that type of stuff would happen. So I'm like, man, I get in so much trouble when I'm outside because I feel like I'd rather go out on my shield and get beat up. It was a misunderstanding between Chrissy and my girl about Lady Vampire, and it was something that happened the way they spoke to each other. But Chrissy came down first, and we had resolved it because I know Chrissy. I've known her for years, way before Jim. And then he pulled up because he called me, and I kind of like hung up on him because he was popping it. And he was like, "I'm coming to see you." I was like, "I'll be over there." And I didn't really believe that he could ever disrespect me and bring some other people to come hurt me. I couldn't believe that. It'd be like me telling somebody to punch my uncle in the face. You know what I mean? If I got a problem with my uncle, then I just got to fight my uncle. But I ain't gonna never have no stranger, no one I don't know do that. And I just couldn't believe, because he was like, yo, punch him in his face. And I was like, I couldn't believe it. But to me, it was just like, I couldn't believe, like, you're gonna send some people to get into a stupid problem.
I didn't hear him say that. Damn. So he said punch him in the face? He told somebody to punch him in the face. That's wild.
With nothing, and it might affect their life forever. Because I know if something happened to me, there's a lot of people that love me. It ain't going to be things that become beyond your control. But also, I'm not going to be able to wear that. It's going to fuck with me for the rest of my life. Like, humbling me would be something I'd have to go get therapy for. So I ain't dying over no physical things. I'm definitely not trying to kill none of my brother, because that's the test. And that's what they want to see.
That was Dame Dash responding to the video being leaked of him and Jim Jones getting into it. I like what he said there. He kind of put some game down. I've always wondered how people can cross some of those boundaries. It's like, oh, so you bigger than the program. You gonna just overstep this thing of ours, huh? You ain't got no respect for the family. You think you bigger than the program when there ain't nobody bigger than the program. I'm the one with the handbook, nigga. But I couldn't imagine getting somebody to do something to my uncle. But Jim Jones may not look at him like that. You hear what Jim Jones said. But as the elder, that's how you supposed to talk, if you asking me. You supposed to be more stoic and well-rounded in your communication about the topic, right? But, salute to Dame, salute to Jim Jones. I mess with y'all. I want to thank y'all for watching today's episode. Hopefully everybody's having a great day out there. Make sure you hit the like button, you hit subscribe, and you hit share, and you let somebody know you was there, chat. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. See y'all in a few days. Love.